Hey everyone, my name is Vinny B. Welcome back to the Movie Cult. Hey everyone, my name is Vinny B, and welcome back to the Movie Corner. Don't know, the Movie Corner is where you'll get all of your hot movie news and pretty much a home for everything geek culture. So why don't we get started? Today, guys, I have a very special review for you. Here is from a comic book named Spider-Man's A Brand New Day. Guys, Vinny B here in the Movie Corner and all my other homies in Mirror Brothers Productions, we cannot wait to see Spider-Man's Brand New Day in theaters this week, guys. Here's an exclusive first look.
Losing it, kid.
He just hit me with a van, Frank!
Quit your whimpering.
This is the Hulk. What are you gonna do? Tickle him to death?
Spider-Man, Brand New Day, rated PG-13, July 31st.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? So guys, as you can tell, I'm a huge, monumental Spider-Man fan. And being that it is the last Spider Monday before we get to see Spider-Man's Brand New Day, I wanted to do a brand new review for you guys. So this comic book came out recently. So it came out in 2008, but then has just gotten reprinted in this wonderful trade paperback size, guys. If you're in the United States, it goes for $9.99. If you're in Canada, it goes for $12.50, unfortunately. So what is Brand New Day? Well, Brand New Day wasn't just a story, it's a new era. During a run spanning almost 3 years and over 100 issues that continues to influence the comics, TV series, video games, and films of today, Marvel's most talented creators redefine Spider-Man the 21st century. Spidey swings into action in stories ranging from heart-wrenching, pulse-pounding, to darkly introspective, including a team-up with Wolverine and a clash with the Punisher. Must solve the mystery of the other Spider-Man, brave the villain bar with no name, survive a cross-city car chase, overdrive, and summon all his strength when a shocking earthquake buries him in a subway car full of innocents. As the mayoral election ramps up, Hammerhead works to bring all of the city's gangs under Mr. Negative's banner. Plus, follow Flash Thompson, Peter Parker's former nemesis and Spider-Man's biggest fan, through his tour of duty in the middle. This book collects Amazing Spider-Man 1999 numbers 555 through 557, 562 through 564, 574 through 576, and 578 to 579 in material from Amazing Spider-Man 1999 577 and Amazing Spider-Man Extra 2008 number 2. Guys, this book is written by Zeb Wells, Bob Gale, Mark Guggenheim, Dan Slott, Joe Kelly, Mark Quaid, illustrated by Chris Bachalo, Mike McConey, Paul Squire, Baron Kitson, Paulo Riviere, and Marcus. Guys, this book is rated T for teen. So if you're a bit younger than that, you'll probably be okay to buy it anyway. But really make sure there's some dark stuff in this book, so really make sure you're of age. If you guys were curious to get this from your local library, ISBN number is 978-1-302-96866. And you can see that right there. So what is this book about? Well, this book really has everything that you could ever want from a comic book, guys. Okay, so if you couldn't tell by my description, this book collects a brand new amazing collection of these existing comic book stories. From what I understand, these books were first printed in 1999 and 2008. You have references to that, but this trade paperback has just come out in 2026. So guys, just in time for the brand new movie. Guys, let's get a better look at this cover here. As you can see, there's Spider-Man himself. It looks like Mr. Negative, and then Mr. Negative's other half, Martin Lee. Guys, we got Punisher, and I really liked him in this book. He was really scary. You have Wolverine. Spoilers, Wolverine does show up for a little bit. It looks like you've got Hammerhead, one of Spider-Man's deadliest and nastiest foes, right beneath him. Ooh, and then we got the Shocker, Mr. Herman himself. Guys, if you know anything about me, Shocker is one of my favorite comic book characters ever. Unfortunately, he's just never been in any of the movies, so if you don't know who he is, that's why. But fortunately, TV's got you covered, because when my movie, Ben Reilly, Fear the Dark, which comes out later this year, finally hits the big screen, you're gonna get to see your first live-action big screen, live screen appearance of Herman himself, the Shocker. Who else is in this book? Well, it looks like there's a dragon in here. There's Overdrive, who is one of the most mysterious characters to ever exist. Guys, this guy is like if Batman had the powers of Deadpool and wanted to drive cool cars. Okay, guys, so let's get started with the comp. Panel is from something later in the book. It's one of the funniest scenes ever. Spider-Man makes his new girlfriend, Jackie. So, Amazing Spider-Man 555 through 557 is written by Zeb Wells, penciled by Chris Bacalo, Tim Townsend. 574 is written by Mark Guggenheim. 575 and 76 is Joe Kelly. 577 is Zeb Wells. So as you can see, guys, they kind of, from what I can gather, each brand new person would write a brand new issue for brand new day. It's like when I make a movie, I'm the only one writing the script. But this time, it's like I let all of my friends have their own issue. Guys, I think that makes for better comics all around. So let's get started, shall we? While we're getting a better look at this cover, as you can see, here's Martin Lee, Mr. Negative. We also have Punisher up here. It looks like we have the dragons, which are really scary. And it looks like we have a couple of other ghouls in here. So why don't we go ahead and get this book started? Spider-Man Brand New Day. If you can see here, that's Spider-Man's brand new girlfriend. This is a classic comic book panel from my guy Spike. Okay, so one of the things I really love about this book is that not only do you get to see the brand new, wonderful comic book art covers that these comic books would have had, they also give you, so it's not the Daily Bugle in these books, but it's the DB. It's because the man DB bought the Daily Bugle from Jameson while he's sleeping. It's a little bit complicated, guys, but this book catches you up. So this is the official newspaper of Spider-Man, and it kind of catches you up with what I'm assuming were these previous issues right before this book began, because if you guys did not know, Amazing Spider-Man, it still has its brand new issues every year. So this is coming after the one before it. So we're just kind of jumping in the middle. Spider-Man's been going on. So I don't know everything that's been happening. One thing I really love, guys, is Spider-Man in these books, guys. Let's take a look at those beautiful eyes. Something I really didn't understand in this book, but I thought was accidentally kind of cool, is the fact that Spider-Man is wanted for murder. And if you have seen Ben Reilly, spoilers, if you have seen Spider-Man 4, The Cold Day in Hell, one of the greatest openings to a Spider-Man movie that I've ever come up with is having Spider-Man on the run for murders that he did not commit. If you've seen my movie, you know that Daredevil gets him off of the murder charges, which is really fascinating, fantastic stuff. So let's get a little bit more in depth with Spider-Man issue 555, Cold Case. So honestly, ironically, this issue is pretty similar to what my movie, Spider-Man 4, The Cold Day in Hell, is. I mean, just like in my movies, you have your cameo by Doctor Strange, you have Peter Parker being just a lovable goofball, then you have Spider-Man in the snow, which is something that we did really well, and we even had Doctor Strange in those scenes. You have Spider-Man swinging through the snow, which is something that we did as well. You even have, guys, look how good Spider-Man looks in this. It looks very similar to what I did. You even have Spider-Man getting to play with Wolverine, which is something, of course, that we iconically did in our movie. Guys, this is my good friend Marcus P. playing Wolverine here, and I think he's the best looking Wolverine has ever been on screen. I really love this comic panel, and I really love this one. But guys, so let's continue on to the next action scene. This is where J. Jonah Jameson is in the hospital. Spider-Man, look how big his eyes are. It's the last homeless day. Let's see what else he gets up. So this comic run, it's a couple of issues are connecting to the story where basically this one guy, he brings about the Mayan Day of the Dead, and he needs to summon this ancient spell, and he needs to sacrifice Spider-Man in order to do it. Guys, it's one of the funniest series I've ever read. Look how fat Spider-Man gets. It's because he ate. So guys, he picks up a lamppost. That's the evil Mayan, and they have a good, really good fight. But at the prison, it turns out that there's a twist villain. So Dead by Winnie winter, guys. Spider-Man's continuing to fight this guy, who's quickly becoming one of the scariest villains I've ever met. Look at that. Wow. I also really liked this part because Spider-Man had to find a phone box. And if you don't know, guys, back in the day, it's what Superman gets to transform into is the phone box, and that's where he gets his powers from. So that was really good and cool to see. There's a character named Charlie who's Peter Parker's new love of his life, and I thought that was really fun and good to see. So we're gonna skip ahead because a lot of this stuff, it just isn't for me. Oh yeah, they also do, similarly to our movies, the Clone Saga, which was really fun to see. Another issue of EB. This was a fun story where you basically have a guy who sets up a big fight between Spider-Man and this guy, the Basher, and he takes all these gamblings on if the Basher is going to show up. If Spider-Man's going to show up, to fight the Basher, everybody says no, he won't, and this guy pulls some strings to make it so Spider-Man shows up, but it turns out that this is just a clone, and it's not actually Spider-Man, but it's a girl instead, and it turns out that her name is Screwball, and this is one of Spider-Man's sexiest villains that he had an encounter with earlier that day, guys. Wow, so many villains that you would have never even seen or heard of before are gathering right here, which is cool to see. Hydro Man, that one is. You got the Enforcers are showing back up. Some of Spider-Man's most iconic rogues galleries, and his eyes aren't as big here, so I don't like it as much, but he still looks really good as he fights these guys. Spider-Man webs a guy to an airplane, and then he swings around and he does some more fighting, which was really cool to see. But I really like the way Spider-Man looks here. Look how big his eyes are. So this is when he's fighting Overdrive. Guys, Overdrive is pretty much if the Batman and Deadpool powers and drove a cool car. Look at the way he tricked out this school bus, guys. And if you've ever read any other Spider-Mans, you know that he just loves to do that. Again, guys, I really love the way Spider-Man looks here. If you really just look at his eyes, compared to how he looked just a couple of minutes ago, which was crazy change, but I prefer it. But I don't know if the real comic fans prefer it. This is the Spider-Man that I want. So then we go watch a baseball game for a little bit, and it's Peter Parker's roommate who wants to arrest him, and he has to miss the Mets game. So continuing on, this is a really cool issue where we get to go see what happens when Flash Thompson gets to go fight in Vietnam, and some flashbacks that he had. Guys, I did not intend that one. All right, enough with the jokes, because we're back in wartime, and we reveal that Flash used to be the head of the Flash Spider-Man fan club, and Dr. Doom tried to beat him up for that, and Flash really thinks of himself as being Spider-Man, which is really wonderful and beautiful to see, and I get it. Although I've never fought in Vietnam, I think that if I were to, I would fight just like Spider-Man. Here he is again with brand new girlfriend Jackie. If you guys remember, this is from the beginning of the book, and you get to see her for the first time. I don't really know what her deal is, but she does have a superpower at, which was really cool to see. At first, because of this image, I thought she was a little kid, but if you're going, Spider-Man's new girlfriend Jackie is actually his age, which is really fun. They have a kiss, and then we get to see Martin Lee get to train. This looks like old man Spider-Man in the corner, guys. I think this is Gwen Stacy and Aunt May. For some reason, Peter Parker has a broken mouth, but Gwen Stacy's really scared for him. Spider-Man wants to beat this guy up. I'm not really sure why, but I mean, I don't think Spider-Man's a racist, but it should not be lost on you that Spider-Man watches this kid do science, then he hits this kid, and then tries to fight the kid's dad. It's really messed up, and I thought that part was really weird, but they become friends later after Spider-Man beats him up again, which was really weird to see, and then Hammerhead murders their whole family, and that makes Spider-Man realize the errors of his way, and basically, guys, he falls in love with the kid and his dad. Here we see it gets really bloody, and that's when I said earlier, if you're not T for teen, you probably should not be reading this, and honestly, I don't think you should be watching. So here you see Spider-Man become friends with the black kid and his dad, Hammerhead getting back up again. But it turns out, guys, this whole time named Hammerhead has been a skeleton. Gwen Stacy gives Peter Parker the kiss death. Then Peter Parker's little black boy forms his own gang. He tries to kill Spider-Man, probably because he was being racist earlier. But then Hammerhead shows up and becomes even more of an antagonistic racist that even Spider-Man doesn't like him anymore. So they web him up, and then Spider-Man has the gang turn on the little black kid and tune up. So that's the end of that portion. Now we get to Punisher. So more information from the TV. Punisher is going to go punish probably lawyers and other bloodsuckers. Punisher has some old hunting buddies. As you can see, he likes to blow things up to beat his big skull. Boom! Punisher and Peter Parker like to yell at each other, as you can see here. But what's really funny about this situation is Peter Parker knows that that's Punisher. Punisher doesn't know that that's Spider. So he goes in to kiss him here, but hey Punisher, say it, don't spread, okay? So we continue on. They have a big, awesome, epic battle. The rest of this, kind of boring. Spider-Man tries to drown himself, but then he gets out of the water and Aunt May gives him a kiss. Punisher gets by a hook, and then Spider-Man has to go rescue Punisher on the boat. And then weirdly, that's all you see for Punisher. Spider-Man sings a song called Rub-a-Dub-Dub, and oh yeah, because he began this comic trying to learn how to drive a taxi because Spider-Man broke, and instead he learns how to drive a boat. So that was really fun and really very historical. This is Spider-Man's lucky day. As you can see here, he's eating Chinese food, and then he runs through the subway station, and this big hot babe stops to let him in, and then she gives him a kiss and says that she needs naked photographs, but this is too much for Spider-Man to handle, and she's not interested in him, and then the whole train blows up, and that's when he goes underground. And really, guys, this is like Warriors, but in Spider-Man, everybody has to work together to get out of there. It's just like Purge Anarchy, except who's this mattress man? Haha, that's shock. Like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite, scariest villains ever made. Do not make fun of him because he would beat you up. We go on, Spider-Man stuck underwater. You can see here Sony TV, which is really funny. It's a play on Sony television. So then we flip forward a little bit more. Spider lights are gonna light up the sky, and I guess you can call that a lucky day. Now we get one more sweet little comic about the anti-venom. And anti-venom is Eddie Brock, made to be the more negative version of himself. He's saving drug dealers from themselves and having girls clean up, targets young women and makes them clean themselves up for him. And then it ends though with a really scary cliffhanger where he finds out that the man who he trusted is a villain. And really, we're just left with that. We have some beautiful pinup art of Shocker and then of Flash Thompson. We found out in this book that Flash Thompson is a cripple, and this is before he becomes Venom, and he's fantasizing about Spider-Man and his amazing battles. I also learned in this book that Spider-Man and Flash Thompson are not only closest allies, but best friends. And guys, well guys, that's really it for me in the movie corner today. I enjoyed this review of the brand new comic book, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Guys, we're just days away from getting to watch Brand New Day. This is one of my most anticipated movies of all time. I was too much of a little kid the last time Spider-Man came out, so this is really my first time really getting to be a part of the hype, and being on this journey with you guys has just been amazing. I'm getting to go to the world premiere on Thursday, and I'll be sure to be back here with a review. Vinny out.